Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Ultimate Apocalypse casts this side of East Yorkshire. And today we've got a 4 versus 4 on Red Scar. Playing on Team 2 as the Imperial Guard, we've got Stranger, we've got Kukin also as the Imperial Guard, we have got Saiyan Z as the Space Marines, and we have got Blue Man 52 as the Inquisitorial Demon Hunters. On Team 1 on Northern side, we have got many matches delivered, playing as the Chaos Demons. We have got the Blast Furnace playing as the Orcs. We've got Demi playing as the Sisters of Battle. And we've got Tiger Shark playing as the Imperial Guard. So it does seem that the Southern team have gone for a Imperium of Man kind of flavour. Whereas the Northern team, well, I mean, they've got Deamons, xenos, traitors and villainous people abound. So quite a nice theme, I have to say. Probably the first time I've seen this map on the channel. It's quite an odd one, I have to say. So we've got this big structure in the middle, which is totally fine. You know, we've got one strategic point on either side. Nice little... I mean, it's quite tall, I have to say, and wonderful little piece of detail on it as well. It's quite nice. But I'm mainly concerned about these relics. So if you see how close the Southern team have these relics on both sides as well, very, very close, as opposed to the poor old demons over here and the traitor guardsmen, they've got quite the long slog to get to these relics. So I do believe that they are in a little bit of a disadvantage, but they do have the critical location a little bit close to them, or is it kind of the same distance? I don't know, it's a little bit closer, I'd say. So I suppose it's even Stevens in that regard, but we do not have critical location victories on, so the point is moot. Now, Chaos Demons are opposite the Inquisitorial Demon Hunters, which is exactly where they don't really want to be, but they will go for it anyway. Charging in and punching these Stormtroopers, doing a fair whack of damage. But we do have some scholars on the side, ready to read some bedtime stories to these demons to send them good night. They do have a general aura around them that reduces incoming range damage, although that won't save them from the Demon Lord, as he comes in, big old fist, and a slicing sword, ready to go about his wicked and foul business. Chaos Demons over here are going to go for that decap, but their numbers are being brought quite low quite quickly. Very unfortunate. And we do have a... Oh, it's your a Supreme Lord of the Order of Malleus, going toe-to-toe against the Demon Lord. And he's probably going to succeed, maybe. With the help of his scholarly breadwin and some fire from the Stormtroopers. Yeah, that Demon Lord did a fair whack of damage. We have some regular guardsmen over here. Are you regular guardsmen? No, you are conscripts. Capturing this critical location. Battle Sisters looking for some damage to be done. In the middle, we also have a big mech just crumping some Imperial gits. Although he's quite outnumbered, and the sheer amount of, the reinforcement speed for the conscripts will mean that he has got no chance whatsoever in taking them all down. Same with these lads over here, or the ladies, shall I say. I mean, they're killing a fair number, and they're not being reinforced, but the moment they are reinforced, they will be alright. A big flash bang from the Canoness, blinding these loyalist guardsmen, and their number have been brought down. Traitor guardsmen coming down from the south side. Centre points have been... Well, the centre structure has been consolidated by the Southern Guardsmen. There's some sluggers over here being pestered by these horses. And it looks like that they've gone for some decapping over here as well, which is quite useful. It's quite a big map, so a little bit of maneuverability goes a long way. These guys just... almost like a joyride at this point. Who knows where they're actually going? They're going to stick around the relic and be just a general nuisance, which is fair enough to say the least. There we go. Get involved, boys. Show them the business. Keep that relic out of the Xenos hands. Guys over here, proud bayonet charge going into the side of this listing post. As volley after volley of tactical marine and conscript fire. We have a commissar as well coming in, just for the fun of it. Over here, we've got quite the push of the Demon Hunters going up against their top pick for fur. Demon Lord not entirely sure what he wants from his life. Going backwards and forwards as these scholars move in under the suppressive fire of the elite Stormtroopers. Got some demon stuff teleporting in from the backside. It is some demonettes. Sultry ladies. Impressive melee combat capabilities. Will chase one group of stormtroopers away. And this, I mean, the demonettes will do a fairly good job, but are they enough? We do have some shadow fiends. And the Demon Lord is doing what he can. Stormtroopers not... This pillar is the worst placed thing ever. There we go. See a little bit better. Gonna get those decaps as well in. Which is quite useful. Affecting the demon economy. And we do have a Herald's Flesh coming in. So it does seem that the demons are now getting a sizable amount of fighting people to be able to deal with all this. Traitor Canoness coming in to chase away the remnants of the Inquisitorial Demon Hunters. Scholar's one man left. Trying to escape. He has been slowed down by the Canoness's big flash. Look at the cooldown on that bad boy. That's active all day long. Always ready for a flash is our Canoness. Anyway, Loyalist Guardsman in the green. Traitor Guardsman in the... Are you? Oh no, you are also a Loyalist. Are you? Ah, you're the Traitor Guardsman. Right, okay. They're in the heavy cover. Do have some green lads trying to keep them active in close combat. Do have Tiger Shark with his Chimera Assault tank moving around, but will be shot up by the heavy weapons team and the enlisting post as well. Quite the range on this bad boy. The relic is fairly secure in the hands of Stranger. These guys are going to continue pushing forward, but do like how Tiger Shark is using this natural cover to form some sort of choke point. Over in the centre, Tiger Shark having another bash at something else. Trying to get that Tech Priest engine here, but he has ran inside the infantry command. Now being shot at by this missile launcher turret emplacement. We'll have to send them back home. I have two Slugger Boys pondering the meaning of existence. Not really contributing to much, but they're having a think, and that's something. You have, what are you? Ah, you are the Orcs. Coming deep inside Space Marine territory. Big Mech giving a big boom as these commandos are also adding to the fire. And these Space Marines aren't terrible in close combat, but they will have to run away from this burner bomb that the Big Mech's putting down. Knocking everyone down, but not doing all that much damage. Just a couple of lads been hit over from the most extreme edges of that explosion. Slugger Boys over here just managed to capture this point, but being chased away by land speeder, these guys are probably not going to make it back home. There is no return journey, I'm afraid, Mr. Frodo. There are some Celestians. Guardsmen over here as well, just forming that defensive line. Commandos looking to get some revenge on the Inquisitorial Demon Hunters for their Chaos Demon allies. Over here we have got Razorback transports armed with all the fire. To be amazing against these demons. Well, the Commander and the Herald of Slanesh will be a little bit resistant to it as they are. Oh, in fact, demons, they are commanders, so they've got commander armor. Quite handy. Now a big Space Marine push, trying to move these Orcs away. And they do indeed get there. The combined might of Imperial Guard Chimeras and Space Marine Heavy Bolters. It's quite cool. I do like this little bridge thing as well. This is quite nice. Quite easy to maybe hide something on just underneath it. If you wanted to ambush someone. Big Mech now of having an upgrade on his custom shooty bits. They teleport straight in, knocking everyone over, killing a fair few guardsmen in the process. And the big burners on these commandos going to cause these lads some issues. But we do have, I mean, we've got horses, we've got anything you could possibly want in a composition, we've got it here. Apart from maybe anti-vehicle, but they don't really need that at the moment, do they? A line of demons being ferried backwards by the horses. Demonettes on the front lines, taking out some Space Marines, but their numbers will be brought down extremely low. In fact, it's full squad wipe of Demonettes there. Herald of Slaanesh a bit late to the party, but not sure if their current composition or their army size are they able to really go up against all of this, but they're going to give it a go. Commando's now invisible, killing these guardsmen no issue. Shadow Fiend's getting some good licks in, as his archivist, a little bit misplaced, will be taken down. And an absolute slog as this Herald of Slaanesh, one singular Orc Slugger Boy Knob left in. Yeah, Demon Lord and Herald of Slaanesh really going in beast mode. Surrounded by the plot armor. Pick on these Space Marines. Demon Lord has been taken down. Herald of Slaanesh will be piecing out. The southern side, we've had a little bit of a standstill going on, but Heavy Weapons team spotting these traitor guardsmen will try and send them a fair message that they do not consent to such actions being taken down on this side. But are learning as well that Heavy Weapons team will be taken out. Leman Russ on the way as well. The center point here, we've got Celestians shining like a diamond. That is very bright. Jesus, that is... I feel like I need to put like a welding mask on or something. Be able to look into the light of the sisters there. Devastator Marines seeing this battle wagon approaching and thinking, nah, I don't want to get involved in that. Missiles going every which way. And they have managed to punch through this situation here. Double battle wagons actually on the way in, as the scouts and Space Marines fall back to more defensively position near these heavy bolter turrets. Inquisitor Demon Hunters, they've gone for their Purgator Hellfire Dreadnought, so will be useful against these battle wagons. Devastator Squad now also going to go for a multi-melter as well. We've got to be careful with these battle wagons. Do a lot of damage, but not supported by infantry. They are going to struggle with all this anti-vehicle stuff going on. One battle wagon goes down. Commandos on the back lines and horrors as well. Trying to get some good damage in. Got to make sure that you take care of these urban territories for your... if you're going up against the Inquisitor Demon Hunters, as their economy is basically infinitely scaling with these bad boys. Triple Purgation. Hellfire Dreadnoughts will cause some issues here. Got lots of shenanigans going on down here. Lots of Leman Russes. A field command also being slapped down. Just for defensive needs, I assume. Double heavy weapons teams armed with las cannons. And what are you? You are a Marauder Bomber just going around, having a look over here. Marauder Bomber trying to focus down on the plasma generators. That's where you want them to be. Forcing them to send some troops back home. One Marauder Bomber does go down, but a strafing run, taking out all those plasma generators. Now is actually probably a good time to look at the economies. 241 and 223. 242 and 255, 150 and 119, 133 and 88, compared to 156 and 100, 281 and 223, 247 and 255, and 172 and 79. And we shall watch it from the Space Marine perspective, if I can get my words out. Yeah, these Marauders causing some issues. Do have a mobile capital Imperialis being summoned from the floor here. It's very cool. Big push going on the eastern side. Stalker AA gunship tank thing we do, Dad. Sorry, my words aren't coming out proper today. My excuse for today is I'm quite hungover. It was the first time I've been to a house party in over 4 months. I think I overdid it just a smidgen. But yeah, these demons, not going to be standing up against all this firepower. Over on this side, we do have... what are you? The commanders! And Celestians, causing a pain for the southern team. On this, where are you in the grand scheme of things? You are just south of this area here. God, that frame weight was not good. Yeah, Celestians being pushed back. Orc commandos also doing the same. Can't really do much against these double Leman Russes. And the southern team have an opportunity to push if they wanted to. Chaos Demons don't have all that much left going for them. Oh, I like how that strategic point is inside a little tower. That's a nice detail. But yeah, these commanders, they're on a mission, aren't they? They are behind the enemy lines, constantly running harassment. Which is a wonderful use of them. Actually, never usually see stealth teams or infiltrate units being used in such a manner like this, but nice. Got the Purgation Hellfire Dreadnoughts looking to see if they can fend these guys off, but they will just slink away. Can't see them. And here we go, the mobile capital Imperialis. Slowly making its way. Quite like the little radar it's got on its back. And what have they got? Oh, they've also got artillery in the form of a Exorcist Sanctorum. There we go. I know Latin. Yeah, the mobile capital does a fair whack of damage. Lots of guns on all its sides. Although preferably its main cannon is on the front, so you kind of want to point it towards the direction in which the enemy are. Quite slow though. And I do believe it can also make units inside it as well. So a bit like a Necron monolith, just maybe less flexibility in regards to the units it can manufacture. A huge amalgamation of Leman Russes here. 4 in total. As the heavy weapons team down here try and take on all these guys, but we do have a heavy weapons support team. Kind of similar, but just a little bit more mobile. But yeah, against all these Leman Russes, this mobile capital is trying to get out of there. A Ministorum Priest looking to join these Celestians, who I imagine that big gold thing around them is like a shield from range damage. That is my prediction. Got some fire going on this Leman Russ. And on these Celestians as well. Look at this, definitely heretical. An incinerator. Demon locked inside a box. Very useful against all sorts. Taking out that Leman Russ there. And we do have a Saint Arabella, which is a thing like Saint Celestine, I think. But actually, hold on. Okay, so she has an aura around her that basically makes all the units around her a little bit more tanky. And she's also, compared to all the other Saints, quite durable herself. There we go. That's what I got from the tooltip when I just switched them on briefly. Look at that, providing you a little bit of information. Won't do it for these guys. Just completely forgot to check their tooltip for what this shield is, but first one's free, second one is going to cost you. Look at these commandos just not giving up. Absolute menace to society. No listening post is safe. So we'll take out another listening post. And it's a real pain when those guys go down. As after all, I mean, what? It takes a while to upgrade them to maximum. Also going to go for these plasma generators as well. Absolute heroes. Look at these guys go. Fantastic stuff. Over here we do have the Orc tank busters now coming down from this central structure bit over here. So lots of infiltration from Blast Furnace. We do have double Whirlwind Mark 1s there, which will be amazing against these units, but also bear in mind that there's potential for... Is there friendly fire on this? No, they seem to be actually tanking it. Fair enough then. The Imperial Guard, shielded by their faith in the Emperor. But this is a lot of firepower now coming from the northern team on the western flank. Artillery abound, frame rate dropping.
The litany of deployment has been made, brother.
Mobile capital finally within a good firing range. Just explosions everywhere, death and destruction. I had somebody ticking down. Oh, that was a big mech with a burner bomb there. Taking out a good number, I assume. Imperial Guard, you've got to be kind of careful with them in the late game as well, as they can, much like the Inquisitor Demon Hunters, they've got their industry commands, which give them a little bit of green money as the game goes on. Quite expensive to build there, in all honesty. In the sense that we do have Hellfire Dreadnoughts and... Why you are elite stormtroopers reclaiming the center, but as that goes on, we have got demons coming in. Demon Prince of Slanesh looking to take care of these Grey Knights, but the Grey Knights are showing the Chaos Demons the business. Favored Demonettes, are you zoomable? You are... I'm gonna... No, I'm not gonna risk it. It looks like that they were wearing clothes and they're not, and I just... Curiosity, my friends. I have to know. I'll look at it later. Anyway, look at this concave. That's a beautiful thing to see. Tanks abound. Mobile capital, unsure where to turn. Been shot in every which direction. A Minister and Priest. And a superstructure or critical threat spotted. What are you? Who's built that? Oh, it's over here. They have built a sister shrine to the Emperor. Which... hold on again. Oh, okay, so this is basically the nuke building. So the sisters are planning, I assume, to build the big bomb. It also allows... I do believe that it increases the health and morale of all their units globally, which is quite nice. Anyway, here comes the push. Saints abound. Baneblades incoming. All the good tasty units you could hope or want to see. Tanks being smashed up. No one is safe from the treacherous sisters' advance, but the Space Marines are incoming. The Adeptus Astartes coming to the aid of their non-genetically modified comrades before then running away, sadly. Well, not running away, they're just falling back to a more tactical position. Over here, the demons are coming for another pass in. We do have a demon thing over here, hiding under the bridge like a troll. Also got an army of blight drones coming in. So they're going to be focusing on all the backline stuff in the base. But these Grey Knight Pegasus, with their Sailor Moon-esque firing beams coming online, but they're going to be pushed back by the Herald and the Demon Lord, teleporting away. All that's left is this heavy bolter and the listing post for defensive purposes. Blue Man 52 struggling as things are going on. This is quite a lot of damage coming in from lots of different angles. But Kukin, with the clutch Baneblade being dropped in. But Blight Drones don't care, they're just on tech hunting duties. Looters in the middle, firing away at these Space Marines who are trying to run straight back for defensive things for their base. Warboss catching them in the middle there. Trying to strike them down, but they are going to continue running. Over here, it's just a little bit of an attrition fight going on by the looks of things. Artillery being fired around. In fact, actually, the whole entire Space Marine base looks like it's going to be done in. Unless it can be saved. Commandos adding to the fire. And the Grey Knights are trying to come in. It looks like they've saved themselves from the Demons over here. It's quite useful. And if this goes down, they'll have to tech back up. Which is a real pain because, I mean, obviously once you've... I mean, if he was like tier 4 or tier 5, that's a lot of money. That's gone down the drain right there. But they've done their damage. They're now just going to run back home. Crikey, Ikey. Over here, we have got some Cascan Airborne veterans attacking the relic. Over here, seeing all the mines been surrounding it. And, yeah, they're just going to... Unaccosted. There's nothing on this side of the map for these guys to help them defend. I've gone for even bigger meter generator. That's quite interesting. We explode, yeah, maybe, no. Ah, little yes or no markers there. I like that. That's quite tasty. Marauder bomber hunting down these Lehman Russ annihilators. But these guys are moving into the base of the sisters, causing no small amount of havoc. All these plasma generators ready to be shot up. Over here, we know a big push coming in. He says, what are you? Ah, you're just tank busters. Maybe you're not a big push. You're just more annoyance around the back lines. Looters now having a turn at going about. Joined by the commander of comrades. Looking at this Mars pattern command. Deciding that it should no longer be standing. This post going to go down for a second time. Absolute shenanigans. You have the Imperial conscripts moving forward but being absolutely kitten-fisted by the artillery, wherever that was coming from. And the Cascan Airborne's falling back, not really gaining much in the way of advantage in assaulting that place. Ecclesiarchal servitors rebuilding listening posts. And all the usual stuff. And this is just unrelenting harassment from the Orc player. Got a priest over here engaging these looters. Cascans as well. Seeing what they can achieve. Not sure how these guys, or how the looters are going to escape. Big Mech and his commanders can kind of understand because they've got that teleport, but I do believe that the Big Mech has recently used his teleport. No way out for him at the moment. It'd be very sad to see these guys die. They've been on quite the journey. They've made some friends along the way. And there we go. Oh, that was like a group teleport. It's quite nice. Apart from the war boss over here, he's just thinking, oh dear. Left behind. Throwing his hands up in the air like he just doesn't care. Actually taking very little in the way of damage as well. Which is quite cool. Yeah, the looters over here, they're not making it home, are they? Surrounded on all sides by Lehman Russ annihilators and the regular vanilla Lehman Russ battle tank. Double Bane Blades. A deadly and sad time for all in the Great Squid camp. I do apologise. The hangover is catching up now. But the Cascan Airborns, they're trying to get stuff done themselves. I mean, they've decapped... I mean, well, I assume that they thought about decapping that. And maybe even thought about decapping this as well, but... Sadly, now we've got bigger fish to fry. We want these listing posts down. And having a quick look at the... A quick look at the economies, really quick. 271 and 271, 622 and 847, 578 and 988, 310 and 291 compared to 338 and 393, 262 and 303, 163 and 44, and 311 and 369. Way the meme number. So yeah, the Northern teams certainly have quite the substantial amount of money to play with here. Team on the southern end, obviously Space Marine player is struggling with his economy as he did kind of lose most of his base from those blight drones. Got Lehman Russ on Lehman Russ action, as well as a Baneblade in the middle. Oh, come on, frame rate. Hold out. Endure. Celestians with all the shields. And we do have a second. Oh, we've got. Oh, there we go. Saint Celestine. There we go. That's the lady. Inspiring presence in trying times. Like an army of really angry pigeons. They're coming in. Going to be stealing your chips like the seagulls at Brighton Pier. It's quite a strong push at the moment. Imperial Guard not got that firing line up over here. And over on this side, Jesus, that's a lot of Keeper secrets. A veritable orgy of chaos and destruction in all the positive and negative ways. And these Keeper secrets are very naked. I'm going to keep nice and zoomed out from those guys. But yeah, this is quite the push. Just more and more incoming. No limits on these units whatsoever. Get as many as you want. The Grey Knights are trying to do what they can. But, I mean, they're kind of outnumbered by Greater Demons, which is not exactly what you want in the grand scheme of things. Pink Horror's moving in. And what are you? There was some more pinging on the map for negative things. Superstructures. I've gone for God Emperor's Castle. Work in progress, not final version, just in case.
Copy. Locking on enemy positions.
Sisters occupying the central point here. Got all the explosions going on. And what are you? You are Throne of Judgment inside the base, just striking down everything.
Carry on to the objective.
Taking out those requisition platform Medoofas. Lehman Russ Infernos having a good go, but won't survive very long. The Keeper's secret push is still carrying on, although they have lost a couple of these ladies. Using their long blades and claws, turning these dreadnoughts into shish kebabs. Oh, look at that flip. That was quite impressive. Yeah, Inquisitorial Demon Hunters finding it very difficult at the moment. Probably this is going to be the end for them. Unless their allies can come in, but the Space Marines, I mean, where are you at the moment? Not here. Where are you, Space Marines? Well, they're not on any of the front lines. Are they defending the back lines? No. As this Throne of Judge Jesus, he's just not giving up, is he? He's inside the base doing all the base things.
Confirmed. Proceed with caution.
I mean, look at the amount of damage this guy does as well, to be honest. Like a walking army in his own right. No one's going to take him down anytime soon. Look at the health on that as well. Definitely a late end game win unit right there. And the Southern team throws out the GG by the looks of things. At least Stranger does anyway. He's lost his base. These guys are soon to lose their base as well. It was quite a good early aggression from the Southern team. I think what really got them was the Blight drones coming in, doing lots of economic damage. And those commandos, man. MVP to that one singular commando squad with the big mech just going around constantly destroying all the plasma generators throughout the game. Really good stuff. Yeah, cool. If you like the video, please do consider having a look at the old Patreon. £1 a month does get you one extra game a week. And there's also Discord, where games like this happen all the time. Links are in the description. My name's been Mr. Landshark. Pleasure as always, never a chore. And I will see you in a bit. Peace!